Thousands of leads were going out the door, which could have turned into millions of dollars of revenue for the company. If this had continued like this, they basically would have lost all of their incoming business to competitors and ultimately been out of business with the economy. My name is Chris Brewer. I'm a consulting director at Unit 42, part of Palo Alto Networks. This company is a major financial institution and they provide loans to businesses. And initially, the company actually got an anonymous email from somebody impersonating, let's say, a celebrity activist and said, hey, we know customer data is leaving the environment. You need to fix this now or we're going to go public with that. We talked through the case details and started approaching it as an insider threat engagement because they didn't know how the data was leaving. It was sensitive, confidential data, your PII, social security numbers, and those types of things. A business would go to the website and type in the information they're applying for a small business loan or a medium business loan for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And what was happening was these leads that were being generated were being sold to competitors. The threat actor motivation for this was definitely financial. Each one of these leads that they were selling, they're getting paid a couple of $1,000s per lead. They're hiding behind the VPN addresses. It's all anonymous with coming into the website itself. So initially, we're pushing out Cortex XDR to monitor the endpoints, to look at the data that was coming from the machines, to look if there was users doing silly things, uploading data to file sharing sites or plugging in USB drives and copying data off of that. The data was leaving every day at a preset time, which led us to think was that Insider is going between 7 to 9:30 every day. And as we started doing the investigation, as we started going through it, it turns out this wasn't really an Insider. It was just a website vulnerability. Actually was a change in code that the client had put in just previously that hadn't been tested yet. And because of the nature of the business, they couldn't really shut down the website. We had to solve it real time and stop the attack and have that sense of resolution for the client. All of the board of directors, the CEO, everyone on down was very concerned that they were losing the money. So we were providing those daily updates on phone calls and video calls with them and walking them through what we've discovered, how we've handled it. We actually leveraged our threat intelligence team to do research on these people that were purchasing these leads. But we actually worked with them to not only research the attacker's infrastructure, where they're coming from IP addresses, they were able to put together a pretty good identity picture of these companies that were out there and how they were all tied together and how they're all in the same geographic location owned by the same person. We ramped up a lot of team members on the consultant side to actually go through and do the log review. And with about 2 weeks or so, we'd identified the vulnerability, we'd worked with the client, and we had that resolution in place. As we were doing the source code review, everything else was fantastic. It was safe and secure. Because of the sensitivity, we delivered that report verbally with all of the things that Unit 42 found, and then the ultimate resolution with fixing the code on the website. The client really was complimentary on our speed for the response. One of the goals for us as we're doing an investigation is to not only solve the problem, to solve the incident, the issue that they're facing, but also to start thinking about long-term goals for the customer. I think everybody at Unit 42 really has the same mentality. We all love to help people. We all like to solve problems. We all want to make the world a better place in whatever way we possibly can. We want the bad guys to be out of business, and the way to do that is to make our partners and make our customers more secure in the long run.